Hi guys. To avoid confusion, I'm just going to go ahead and make one full video and remove the other one. That way it's a full 100 days. If you've already seen the first 50 days and you want to skip ahead to the second, you can fast forward to exactly 1 hour, 39 minutes, 22 seconds. And make sure you do it exactly to there. I would recommend just rewatching the first half because it's been so long, but I'm completely unbiased.
This is Jurassic Awakening, Arks' most underrated mod. The Guardians, they're no longer a concern. There are bigger, stronger, and deadlier bosses than them. I have 100 days to kill Arachnus the Defiler. And I've heard rumors. The stronger army you use, the stronger it will become. My name is Scythe Sagan. And I'm gonna show this filthy spider who the real Defiler is.
What are you gonna fuck it?
What? No, I'm going to kill it.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like, defiling.
Who the hell even are you? Get out of my intro. Anyway. I don't know, maybe I'll fuck.
This is probably a terrible idea. Oh, it's a terrible idea! Right over here. Hit me the... Okay, Spiker did. They did some damage. Oh my. Oh, there's 50k health. There's 170,000 health, dude. Hi guys. On a serious note, I just want to say that this video has taken about 2 months to edit. My current job takes a lot of my time, and it leaves very little time to edit. Plus, I'm new to editing. All that is to say, if you find yourself enjoying the video, please give it a like, and subscribe if you like my style. I only have a couple of videos right now, and my content is kind of evolving, pun intended. Maybe one day it will even ascend. I'm sorry. That's enough of that. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. And please, pardon my first few days. I know I sound like a fucking librarian. It gets better, I promise. I woke up and wasted no time crafting basic tools. After killing a couple of dodos, I made a spyglass because you don't need crystal to make the spyglass in this mod. Well, at least not the basic one. I went ahead and made myself a campfire, foundations, and a storage box for my, base. After looking around, I saw a strong raptor fighting a beaver across the water, and I wanted to see who would win. Whoever won, I would take the loser's backpack. It turns out the raptor got his cheeks clapped, and he dropped 3 kibble and some spark powder for me. I was just minding my own business whenever this happened. Oh well, rip. When I got back to my stuff, the baryonyx was downriver a little bit, but I'll deal with him later. As night approached, I came across a gallimimus egg, but then I realized there's no gallimimus around. How is that coming out of you? Anyway, I picked up the egg and sent all these galley striders straight to the gulag. It was almost nighttime now and I was freezing to death, so I had to make 2 campfires to stay warm. And then I did this. Don't judge me, I was bored, I guess. Once I was no longer freezing, I grabbed 2 explorer notes right down the beach. I kept going that direction and I was hearing fighting, but I didn't know what it was, so I investigated. It turns out it was just these little baby mantises. So I killed them. Well, I killed one of them. One of them got away, I don't know where he went. After reminding some copies that I'm him, I crafted a bow and some arrows. And bolas. I used that bola to bola this parasaur, and he gave me a saddle. That's one of the things about this mod. You can pretty much loot almost anything that you kill, and oftentimes it will have a saddle for that creature. Note here that I say oftentimes. We'll be getting back to that later. Day 2 started off with me crafting some bolas, gathering just a little bit of metal from river rocks, and making some scrap metal spears. Scrap metal tools and spears are just like a midpoint between metal tools and stone tools. The scrap metal spear performs exactly like the stone spear though, just with slightly better damage. I tested out my new toy on this Dillo and Oviraptor, and the headshot damage was actually quite nice. Unfortunately, I lost a little bit of footage here. Cut me some slack, I'm new to this. This is literally my first 100 days. This only happens one other time, and I'll point it out when it does. Anyway, while I was gone, I made some scrap metal tools and a lot more scrap metal spears. I also killed, I think, 5 raptors. It's really unfortunate that I lost that footage because it was pretty good. When I say 5 raptors, I mean I killed all 5 of them at once. Anyway, as I'm walking further up the beach, I'm crafting some more bolas because I just used them all on the raptors. Once I queued up the bolas, I found this baby raptor running around. I'm crafting! Come here, you little... Come here! It was just a jungle raptor, but why not? This beach was like a raptor highway because I then got pulled up on by 3 more raptors. I bowled all 3 of them and started hitting one in the face, but with the mate boost it was looking a little close, so I backed off, right after killing the first one. The second one pursued me alone, so I bowled him and took him down too. There was a Mastercraft trike saddle in this random backpack. It must have dropped from... I think those raptors killed the trike and then this dropped from it. Ooh! I took down this trilobite and actually got a black pearl from it. A black pearl. Let's go. And then I took down yet another raptor. Still no saddle from them, unfortunately, even after all of these kills. Then I unclaimed the baby raptor because I changed my mind and I figured he would probably die anyway. I meandered a little farther down the beach and came across this large Dimorphodon. Dimorphodons in this mod are actually aggressive. I think they have a pretty short range, but they will attack you on sight. And I think they give pretty good experience, so I took them down. It was nighttime now, and I got ambushed by some Troodons, and you know how that goes. I'm just kidding, it goes well when you're me and you have bolas. I bowled all of them and actually just ran away. Nope. We don't play with Troodons. On my way back to base, I came across a cinomacrops and actually started taming it because that would be huge for this stage of the game. I fed it once, twice, 3 times, and then I scared it away. Damn it, I knew I was gonna fuck that up. I was not giving up on this Sinnoh though, it was too late. Hello? I chased him into the deep dark jungle and actually got the final feed on him. Yes! What a magnificent creature. Having a day 2 cinemacrops is crazy. And now in retrospect, if you're playing this mod, you need to get one of these as early as possible. They spawn on a lot of the beaches and on the rivers in the south. Day 3 started off with this white drop. Damn, okay. It had an apprentice heavy slingshot and some wood structures. The heavy slingshot is just an upgraded version of the slingshot. It's basically like a scrap metal slingshot, if you will. This raptor was wandering a little too close to my base, so I bowled and killed it and claimed its baby. Now this was a strong jungle raptor, so it has increased health. 960 health at level 30. I'll keep him since he's already here. I made some more foundations and placed this mortar and pestle and then got to work making narcotics. In this mod, you can turn Megalania toxin into narcotics. How many is that gonna make? Oh shit, 40, okay. And I had killed quite a few Megalanias up to this point, just randomly down the beach. They're called beach Megalanias in this. They're very easy to kill. There are still the other ones in the caves and stuff. Megalania is awesome. I crafted up a couple more bolas and went out exploring. Eventually I wandered into this blue drop, which had a really nice pike, some stone structures, and quite a few arrows in it. Oh my god! After killing this Megalania, I found this Pachy Rhino with really nice colors. so I eliminated its parents from the world. Oh my god, look at that Pachyrhino. It took me a second to find him, but eventually I found him and claimed it. Yes. Bro, look at you. Look at those colors. Eventually I found this ovis and harvested that. Where's the baby? And then another. What is that ovis made of? What the?
And a third.
I really didn't want to build on that little island anymore because it was too open, and that's where that baryonyx kind of was. So I headed back down to my old base to get everything to relocate to my new area. Can I pick this up? Nope. After repairing my tools, I made my way up to the new base location. While walking Pantera, the Pachyrhino, over, he was getting attacked by a Megalania, so I put him down too. I crafted most of the basic things for the base and a little bit of storage. Also, it's important to note that I did not know that the cinomacrops could glide at this point. I had never had one until this. And it would have changed a lot of things if I had known it was possible. I went ahead and wrapped up the night by going to get some blue drops. The first one had a little bit of armor in it and some arrows. The second one was even better. It had a forge and a lot of structures. But you'll notice here there's a spike trap with a red arrow on it. Those are actually called spring spike traps, and they're very, very useful in this mod. They apply a bleed effect, and they hold down the creature that triggers the trap. I'll be using these a lot later, so you'll see them. Day 4 started off with an actual metal run to actual metal nodes. On my way there, I came across these compies. What the fuck? Comically large compies. I don't know what they were looking up at, but it wasn't me. They were freaking me out, so I killed them. I gathered pretty much all of the metal on the mountain, and on my way back home, I decided to get revenge on that baryonyx that killed me. I totally hit him on the first shot, and he aggroed to me, and then I led him into the trap.
Oh, I hope that setting is turned on. Oh, I hope that setting is turned on. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Yes. I'm fucking him, bro.
These spring spike traps are one of my favorite things about this mod. And right now they probably seem a little OP, but they're really not. You'll see why later. I decided since I did the metal run, I might as well actually learn metal tools and the smithy. When I was trying to pick up the traps, I got approached by the cinomacrops, and I decided it would be good to have a backup, so I gave him one food. After feeding me a second time, I realized he was getting dangerously close to a Rex.
Oh no.
The Rex was actually wandering towards my base too. And of course he got eaten by the Rex. Because why wouldn't it?
Did he just die? God damn it.
After putting this hellspawn in the dirt where it belongs, I decided I wanted to kill some allos and maybe hopes to get a saddle from one. I put down the traps and, well, I'll just let you see what happens. This is probably a terrible idea.
Oh, this is a terrible idea. Oh, it's a terrible idea. Except that it's not, and I'm him. Oh no, the Rex is here. Oh, there's a Megalania. Oh, it's a fucking disaster. Terrible disaster. Megalani's dead. Oh, fuck off. Ah! Oh, get wrecked, idiot. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm just better! Give me that! Give me that! Oi! I got a bone to pick with you, bud. We're already in it now. We might as well go all the way. Give me that toxin. Oi! Oh, thank you, cinomacrops. There you go, shithead. Right over here. Yeah. There's nothing in between us. It's literally, you're just looking right at me. I mean, Oh, quit eating the corpses. Okay, we're just gonna stay calm. Everything is okay. What kind of Rex is this? 70 feral grassland. If he bites me, I'm probably just dead. Feral will have more damage. But I think I can kind of cheese him around on these spikes. Yes. That bleed. You see he's bleeding? The bleed is what will really get him. Oh. Oh, get shit on, idiot. Over here, buddy. Quit eating. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yep, he's angry. How'd that feel? Wah! Right in his eye. Come on. Come on, bro. Oh, please don't let that Rex aggro me. I can handle one, not two. Man, this tree needs to get the fuck up out my way. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave.
So I clearly wasn't scared at all. After fleeing the scene of the crime, without my saddle, by the way, I went home and made some spark powder so I could turn on my forges.
Got 2 superior kibble. That's huge.
It was almost day 5, so I just flew up in the air to see if I could see any drops. Nope. And then I decided to roleplay as an axe murderer. I took down this Troodon, Raptor, and Oviraptor. I attempted to get a thorny dragon, but then this happened.
I wonder if I can 1v1 that. Why is there a Rex? Why do I hear a Rex? Nope. Damn, Rex is gonna take my kill. Oh no! Oh no! Ah!
Remember that I still didn't know I could glide. The only thing I knew that these things did was fly up and down, and that's about it.
Fucking thorny dragon.
After the Rex left, I went ahead and killed the thorny dragon with a bow.
Nice.
And that wrapped up day 4. On the morning of day 5, I spotted a 180 elder allo. I really wanted to tame this, but I just didn't have enough tranks or a crossbow yet. Or a saddle. 180? I started walking north and I found a purple drop with a ring. So I started making my way towards that. On my way to it, this happened.
Is that an explorer out? Yes.
Okay. Ow. I just hit him in the butt. I'm out of stamina. That's... What the fuck is happening? Oh, I'm so scared.
Hello, motherfucker.
Get him off me, cinomacrops. Get him off me. Why is he still biting me? There's no way the cinomacrops is winning this. There's no way. Why is it always the Troodons, man? Oh, he's off me. There you go. Keep
I don't think
doing
you have
that.
any idea how fast I'm
Oh, it's beautiful. That's perfect, buddy. You're doing a great job.
I'm fastest, boy. Still fastest, boy.
Don't die, though. Don't die. Come on. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. Dude, my adrenaline is rushing right now. If you didn't see it there, the Troodon knocked me out, and now the cinomacrops is running them around in circles, and they're fighting while I wake up. Just let me wake up. Just let me wake up. $20. Come on, cinomacrops, you can do it. Alright, you little fucking rat. Oh my god, cinomacrops MVP! I couldn't believe that I didn't just die. 25. It turns out I wasn't even high enough level for the drop. I started walking back towards my base in shame. After 6,000 hours in game, you would think I would know what level you have to be for each drop. I made my way back over to the traps so I could pick them back up, but I forgot in this mod you can't pick things up if you're on normal difficulty or hard after 10 minutes. There was a couple of terror birds stuck on my traps, so I killed those. And that's when I learned that terror birds actually have great loot. They almost always drop kibble of some kind, even exceptional kibble and extraordinary. Yes. Yes. I don't know what that is. Oh my god, why did the terror bird have loot like that? I got another explorer note and got chased off the cliffs by allos. Yes! I don't know why those bugs can... Okay, I need them to de-aggro like right now. In this mod, you need to have a whole dresser full of extra pants. Oh my god. And that's when I learned you can actually glide down with like a parachute with the cinomacrops from any distance. Oh, I'm gliding. Well, I didn't even know you could do that. I don't know how to do that. Is it just when he runs out of stamina? He's regaining stamina in the air. Dude, cinomacrops. If you play this, tame a cinomacrops as soon as possible. I took a look at the adrenaline boost that I got from the terror bird. What is this? Cannot be knocked off your mount. That is holy shit, that's amazing. I don't even care about the rest of it. Not being knocked off your mount is insane. It's really good. And you can actually craft these later on. I was looking through my engrams and I saw millet porridge. And look at those numbers. How do I get millet? Can I have no frame of reference for those numbers, so I don't even know what they mean, but I know what health 900 means.
I know you can get it from killing things, but
Later on that night, I found a trike that was stuck. And since I already had the saddle, I decided to go ahead and knock it out.
you're doing a great job. Doing a wonderful job right now. Just stay still.
It tamed up quickly, and after I got it back to base, I was finally able to collect berries.
Let there be berries.
I ended off the night by making some storage boxes, well, storage crates, and you can actually write on these, you can label them, and repairing my crossbow. Hi, editing Sagan here. I made the crossbow right before I knocked out the trike.
Man, if I can.
Forgot to put that in there. Day 6 started off, I grabbed the note, and I wanted to get some more metal. I really needed some keratin so I could make some of the new structures added by Jurassic Awakening. Also, there's an advanced spyglass I learned, and I wanted to make that as soon as possible.
Oh. Wow.
This spyglass shows you the health and the torpor of the dino you're looking at.
Okay, that's huge.
I killed a bunch of trilobites and bugs, and got lots of chitin and even a couple black pearls.
Another one.
And of course, there's an allo.
Why is there always an allo?
I thought about taming it, but I really don't need a level 30 allo. But I can kill it. Remember, every time you kill a dino, it might have a saddle. I needed to grab a drink real quick, so I did that and killed half the population on the beach. I placed down a couple traps and proceeded to kill the allo. There was actually 2 of them.
This is not good. Not ideal. Oh, there's some big ones. Man, you gotta use these traps. They're so amazing. Oh, that's too bad. I almost got him with the arrow.
And there it is! And just like that, we got our first allo saddle. Now my priorities shifted. I needed to tame an allo, but then I got pulled up on by 2 Rexes.
Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Great job.
I said as long as it's only one! It's not one, it's not one, it's not one abandoned ship! I thought about trying to kill them, and I tried, but Rexes just have too much health. I picked up my spike walls and dipped.
I wonder if I can still pick it up. Probably not. Probably just wasted those materials. Oh, I can.
After somehow knocking out a Dillo with the combat axe,
Why does this do torpor?
I almost got jumped by this baryonyx. But of course, the spring spike trap was clutch. Oh!
I'm gonna kill that. You fucking thought, brother. You picked the wrong house today. Oh, look how cute he is. How adorable.
I pretty much spent the rest of the day making an allo trap.
I cannot believe I just lost that footage, dude. I just killed so many allos. I gotta stop doing that. I paused the recording because I go to take my dogs out or something and I forget to turn it back on when I get in here, when I get back. So I killed like 5 or 6 allos. Just with the spike traps. I had them placed in a circle here. I got a reinforced allo saddle and a journeyman spur saddle, which gives 20% movement speed. That's nice. There were no losses. I'm trying to aggro a Rex over here, but he's not wanting to. Need 1 more fiber to repair this. Man, I can't believe I lost that footage. That sucks.
So yeah, this is the second and final time that I'll lose footage. I killed a bunch of allos and got a little bit of loot, a couple more saddles, And then the day ended, so I went to look at OBS only to realize I was not recording. Anyway, day 7 started off and I was looking for an allo to tame, and then this happened. Whoa. Wait a minute, can these glide? Oh my god, I didn't even know they could do that. How do I just... Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. These things are busted. It turns out it was a good time to look for an allo because there was about 700 of them. Oh my god! Okay, this is out of my price range. I ain't dealing with that many allos. Going further down the beach, I found even more. There they are. Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I wasn't sure if this was like an overspawn or if it was intentional, but I was determined to tame an allo today. I heard the sound of an allo roar behind me, so I turned around to investigate and I found this one that was stuck. Oh. Now that I might be able to knock that out. I positioned myself on the cliff to shoot down at him and I started knocking him out immediately. After about 60 trike arrows, he finally went down. Yes! But now I was gonna need some taming food, so I went to go find an ovis. They're fairly common in this mod, so I didn't have any problems finding one. I decided since this is such an important tame that I was just gonna build like a makeshift structure around them to maybe keep anything from attacking it. While I was waiting on him to tame, I actually found another ovis and got some more mutton. So I got 10 with the pickaxe. Let's see what I get with this. Okay. The mutton taming was actually taking a while, so I went to go kill some more allos. I picked off one that was by himself. Let me know in the comments if you think these spring spike traps are a little too overpowered. And then after the video's over, let me know if you still think that. You really want to have at least 2 traps. I got the last hit on that, so I got the kill on it. Whoa, forged metal spear. That allo actually had some forged metal spears on it. The throw base damage was 205, which I think means if it's a headshot, it could do upwards of 600 damage. When the allo was maybe 3/4 of the way done, I decided to just wait for it because I was getting paranoid something was going to happen. And lo and behold, this happened. What? 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 What the fuck? I still have absolutely no idea what happened to this allo. He just vanished into thin air. I suspect it has something to do with him being stuck, but it's just a guess. I walked home salty as shit. Dude, that's so unfair. And that wraps up day 7. Day 8 started out with me taking all my anger out on this metal rock. And now with my knowledge of the cinemacrops, I glided home. Glid? Glided? Glid? I flew home with the cinemacrops. With that, I finally had the materials to make the advanced spyglass. I spent a decent amount of the day rebuilding the allo trap. It was time to learn some new engrams, so I learned the repeater crossbow and the heavy bola. And these heavy bolas were amazing. The repeater crossbow is cool too, but I prefer the compound bow. I believe these bolas can bola anything up to 300 kilograms. That's kilograms in game, of course. I tested them out on this allo, and I was able to kill it with my combat axe alone while it was bolaed. I went back to base and crafted up a bunch more tranks for my next allo tame. I'm really hoping that Thanos leaves this one alone. And then while I was out looking, I found another ovis, so I went ahead and got that too. I was flying dangerously close to the swamp, and I found these new dinos that I had never seen before. They're called Diplocalus Hunters. Of course, I've seen the Diplocalus before, but the Hunter version I've never seen, even in this mod. Anytime there's a dino that says Hunter after it, you just need to know that they're usually pack hunters, and they have way higher damage, and usually higher health too. I avoided them like the plague. Apparently it was the day of the stuck allos. I found one stuck in this tree, and I killed it with a combat axe. I definitely let its child live. In a different universe. Most of this day was spent looking for another allo, to no avail. I did come across these Brontos fighting an allo, and I wanted to kill whoever won, and then take the loot off of all three. I was only able to kill one of the Brontos, but the allo didn't have any loot, and I don't remember the Bronto having any loot either. So it's kind of just experience. Day 9 continued with me pushing through looking for another allo. I spotted this strong swamp baryonyx that had 8,447 health. Remember that strong variants always have increased health. I really thought about taming this, but the problem is I didn't have fish, and I really didn't have a good way to get fish, and I didn't have enough kibble to just kibble tame it. So the search for the allo continued. Then I spotted a new dino, or at least it was new to me, the wild female grassland elephant. I was curious how much wood this thing could get, but it's probably not as much as your mom. I came across this allo that I thought was stuck. I was gonna put a trap under it, or around it, but it wasn't actually stuck, and it chased me up the hill. Either way, I still decided that this one alone, I've just figured I should tame it because it's not part of the 700 pack. It was gonna be a little bit difficult to get him into the trap because there was a bunch of stegos nearby. So in the first attempt, I bullet it with the heavy bola, and then tried to build the trap around it, but the terrain was really just not ideal, and I didn't have enough time. After that failed attempt, I picked half the trap back up and tried to kill this stego for him. I tried to rebuild the trap so I could just lead him into it like a ramp trap. The trap was built and I was shooting him with arrows trying to get his aggro, but he just wanted to eat this baby stego. I claimed this baby stego on a whim. I almost managed to get him in the trap. I think he went over it. I was about halfway low on health. So I picked up the entire trap and I wanted to just retry it my original idea because I was confident I could do it. After waiting for about 17 years for him to kill this stego, I ended up getting his aggro and getting him in the trap. Barely. So I started knocking him out. There were a couple of allosaurus meandering nearby, so I placed down some spring spike traps in case they wandered over. They ended up taking out that stego baby I claimed, but that's okay, I didn't really care. I quickly asserted dominance over these allos while still knocking out the other one. Also note that during these couple of days, I didn't have my mic plugged in, so there are just a few days with no in-game voice audio. Now back to business. Eventually I got him knocked out, but I didn't like the way he was in the trap, so I picked the trap up and replaced it around him again so he would stay safe. The time was up to pick up my traps, so I just destroyed them and made another. While waiting on the tame, I just killed 2 more allos. This was taking a while, so I actually went and did another metal run and got a little bit of crystal too, right next to this purple drop, which I still couldn't access, by the way. Day 10 started off with a nice 1v1 against the Diplocalus hunter. After flying back to the unconscious allo, I looked at its trait, and its trait was actually a heavy-hitting tier 2 trait, so that got me really excited. This was going to be a really nice proper first mount. I'll let you guess what I did while the allo was unconscious.
Apparently, I had extra testosterone this day because I decided to 1v1 an allosaurus on foot with no bolas. After showing the alpha that I'm just better, I noticed that the unconscious allo was almost tamed, so I went back to it. It was about time I had a real mount. Down the river, I saw the pack of 700 allos, and I had some traps down in my new allo, and I thought maybe I could kill a couple of them for some nice experience. They absolutely shredded my traps, so I had to leave. I was not about to lose this allo that quickly. After returning home, I repaired my armor and crafted a preserving bin. My new allo's name was Sheila. I think the best thing I could do at this point was go ahead and level up Sheila as much as possible, because she was my most valuable asset. I started my journey to Craig's Island, which is the island in the southwest corner of the island. I took down this Bronto, and it actually gave me a really nice platform saddle and some millet. I don't know if you remember from earlier, but there's millet porridge, which is something you can craft out of 2 millet. And millet porridge is very, very nice for healing herbivores. The rest of day 10 was spent leveling up Sheila. Almost all of day 11 was spent leveling up Sheila, but we did find some nice things. We got a nice compound bow out of this blue drop, and a decent baryonyx saddle. About halfway through the day, I came across a ton of beavers. I mean, it was so many beavers, I was like, damn. I killed more beavers this day than any of you have ever seen in real life. Okay, I'm done, I swear. I actually did get 121 beaver pelt, which is a new resource in this mod, and I believe it's needed to make the insulated egg nest, which is sort of like an air conditioner that will hatch your eggs. I ended up crafting the insulated egg nest and putting it down next to my base. By the way, my cinomacrops' name is Wilson. That'll be important later.
Subtle foreshadowing.
I named my trike Heather. I made the berry storage, the meat cooler, and the meat spoiler. This is what I was getting keratin for like 7 days ago. To end the day off, I wanted to test my compound bow out, so I shot this Listro, or more like I sniped him from the cliff. Oh no. I love the compound bow in this mod. Day 12 was a seriously great day. I finally put the spur saddle on Sheila so she runs 20% faster, and on an allo that's quite nice. I was out leveling her some more, and I came across this 210 large trike.
If this is high level...
Oh!
How much torpor? 22,000 torpor? Jesus Christ.
This was huge. Literally. Well, and it would be huge for me to have. I did some quick math to see if I had enough trank to knock it out.
60. 137-ish arrows.
Oh, I can knock it out. Man, I love the advanced spyglass so much. It's so good. I went back to base to make a trap for it. I ended up building one of my favorite traps. It's a little expensive, but I don't understand why people don't use gate traps more often. You can do so many different traps with gates.
Please don't charge. He's in. I just have to get out. Oh! Oh, I did it!
It took a while, but I knocked out the trike.
Okay, let's check.
He's out.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Being level 210, I suspected this tame was going to take a while. I ran back to base to get some kind of taming food for it. While I was there, I crafted a cooking station.
Okay, cooking station. Large structure. Whoa. Alright, let's see, what can we do? Millet porridge. I think piece for piece. Where's my millet? Is this all I have? I thought I had more. I think I have a little more on the allo. Damn, 7,400 health. Titanosaur jerky strips. Oh my god. Tropical gem. A nutritious snack for healing herbivores. So it takes 2 millet to make this, so 1 millet is obviously better for just straight taming, like just not combining them. But if you have infinite amounts of millet, it is probably better to use the gem or the millet porridge.
I had gathered 3 redwood berries and 24 millet.
Let's see. 11% is not great. 33. But Well, at least we have enough. This was definitely enough. The redwood berries are crazy. Since this was gonna take a while, I went ahead and ran around killing herbivores for more millet. Now that I had learned that you can just get millet just by farming any herbivore, basically. All right. Day 13. We're moving along. Day 13 was kind of a weird day. The new large trike had finished taming up. Oh my god, that's a huge trike. And it was really good. It did 294 damage without any points into damage. And it had 12,000 health right out of the gate. Yeah, pun intended. I own that shit. I ran him back to base and tried to put a normal saddle on him, but that actually didn't work. No. You see, at the time I didn't know this, but these need a large trike saddle to ride. There was a saddle at level 60, and I was searching for trike in the engrams list, so surely that's a large trike saddle, right? So I went out grinding experience. I killed an entire civilization of dillos. They had a king and hundreds of pawns. Oh, okay. I spent almost all of this day grinding experience for myself. I finally managed to reach level 60 today. This is an Arctic trike saddle. And I noticed the level 60 trike saddle is an Arctic trike saddle, not the large trike. I don't understand. Do I have to find the saddle? Is that it? So I came to the conclusion that I think you have to get the large trike saddle by killing large trikes, which was no bueno, because that was the only one that I had even seen this whole playthrough. So I took my anger out on these Brontos. As I ran around on day 14 looking for a large trike, I found this insanely good Packy saddle. It has 167 armor. Jesus. What? Ascendant Packy saddle? I mean, it's not very useful, but... And the thing about this day is, I looked for large trikes all day. All day. Didn't find any. Not a single one. But this did happen. Oh no. Oh no. That's a grizzly bear. That's a grizzly bear. That's a grizzly bear. Please de-aggro. Please de-aggro. Please de-aggro. I don't care about the pteranodons. The grizzly bear will smoke me. Holy mother of God. Dude. I don't think you understand how big brain that play was. I knew he would have to swim across that little that water, which would drastically slow him down, so I intentionally angled it to where he would get There's a helicopter nearby. Yeah, I think it's time to go. I think it's time to go. Just so we're clear, that was not a dire bear. That was a grizzly bear. And in this mod, grizzly bears are scary. You'll see a lot of them later. On day 15, I asked in the Discord where I could find large trikes. And it turns out a lot of them spawn on Herbivore Island. So I hopped on Sheila and started going. I didn't have a raft or anything, so I just took Wilson and flew right over. This was potentially really dangerous because I had no idea what spawned there on this mod. And if I died over there, I might not have time to build a raft and get my stuff back. Right out of the gate, I spot this 270 ankylo. It only has 7,000 torpor. I could tame that. And then I found what I was looking for. There were several large trikes here, and the only thing that was attacking me was pteranodons. But they're easy. I could put them down with my compound bow. Better realize who I am, buddy boy. I'm him, dog. I threw down some spike traps on these that were kind of singled out on this island, and then shot down at them with my bow. This worked perfectly. Okay, there's one.
are you running? Why are you running?
What are you doing? And just like that, we have our large trike saddle. Well, that was relatively easy. And of course, I let the baby live. This is technically not Herbivore Island anymore because sometimes there's carnivores.
I can already hear actually, it's called Darwin's Atoll. It's not even called Herbivore Islands.
Yes, I know it's Darwin's Atoll, but everyone knows what it is. I have a rock trike tattooed on my arm, like my whole arm. I have the Ark map on my wall. I know what it's called, but it's Herbivore Island. I was really considering taming the ankylo, but I don't really need one right now. I did kill another large trike with my bow from the top of the cliff. I had one saddle, but I wanted to bring Sheila over here to get some experience. So I built a raft. I pretty much cleared everything on the island. Apparently, I pissed off one too many large trikes because my allo got yeeted off the cliff. Oh no! Get on the allo! Oh my god. It's a good thing they don't take fall damage when you're not on them. You're a great allo, Sheila. After glazing Sheila, I really shouldn't say that. After complimenting Sheila on the way home, I unloaded everything when I got back to base. I was finally able to put the large trike saddle on the large trike. How are we doing on gathering? Also, I made up 60 millet porridge, and each one of these heals for 900. This was huge. Huge heals for a huge trike. Oh my god, that was cringe. Why the fuck did I say that? On day 16, I headed out on the new large trike. I quickly realized that this trike was my ticket out of the hood. I mean, the jungle. Yeah, he runs super slow, but oh my god, he's strong. Just watch me smoke this rhino so he gets stunned. Is that not enough for you? How about a basilisk? We'll set it off. Oh, that's a basilisk. Okay, here's some fighting. How much my health? DPS is great. Not DPS, this thing is so good. That's... I don't remember which else is mine. Well, he doesn't have one, so the bottom is mine. My health is fine. That was with the default saddle. I was going out on a limb here, but I really wanted to walk slightly into the redwoods. I needed to level this trike up quickly. I grabbed an explorer note and killed about 7,000 raptors. And I mean all at once. I have a 4x node. Nothing even stood a chance, really. You can do your little calls, that's fine. What a massacre. Oh my god. Oof. Hey, that's a microraptor. That's exactly what I was talking about. In combination with other stuff, I could die to it. And if that wasn't enough, how about a pack of allos? Damn, the trike is nasty. Oh my god, it's so disgusting. That knockback plus its damage is just... It's so good. What level are you, buddy? 60? I don't think so. Why am I only doing 225? While exploring the redwoods, I got a really, really nice bow upgrade. It was a 177% damage compound bow. Ooh, that's huge. That's big. That's big, big, big. And then I came across this Anzu. In this mod, if you take their egg, everything in a 15-mile radius will attack you. He's circling me. It makes him a lot harder to hit. And then I stumbled straight into a grizzly. This was going to be me or him, because there's no running from a grizzly. Well, he is... Okay, this is not good. At least I know the knockback works. If this fucking frog would fuck off... Okay, the frog's dead. All right, we got him. We got this. That knockback, it's a lifesaver. See how much damage he's doing? He hit me for 500 earlier. A little too much knockback. Did he just heal? See how much he's hurting me? If he come up behind me and I couldn't turn around, I would be so dead. You can tame these things too. Yes. I killed it. I harvested it for meat. Grizzly meat is an amazing, amazing food to tame dinos with. That's big. 2,800 taming. It's like redwood berries on crack. I happen to get 5 out of that grizzly. And of course, loot. Watch how fast this millet porridge heals the trike. Okay, buddy. You eat up. I know that hurt. I was looking on the beach for that other grizzly that chased me into the water earlier. I think that was on day 14. I was feeling very ballsy. I ended off the day by killing tons and tons more raptors. After all that experience, he ended up with 23,000 health and 1,500% melee damage. I continued killing everything in the redwoods on day 17, and finally, about 3/4 of the way through, I headed back with all the loot. There's not too much to note here. I really didn't need most of it, so I went ahead and made an incinerator. And in this mod, an incinerator is like a light grinder. I think you get 15% of the materials back. And in a mod with so much loot, 15% of all of that is actually a lot. Here's the results of everything I broke down. That was absolutely worth it. Day 18, I realized I really need a cryopod, at least one. I scrounged up the materials and headed off to Green Obelisk. Now instead of running to the redwoods, I can fly to the redwoods, throw out the trike, and then start farming. So I grabbed my millet porridge and headed out. I was curious to test out my new compound bow. Oh. I mean, that was a headshot, but god damn. While I was in the redwoods, I found a large ankylo, and I brought it down just to see what it would give me. These can actually give you large ankylo spikes, which can be smelted down into lead ore. As nighttime approached, this happened. This is my first time seeing one of these. He's dead. Yeah. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Oh my god. I mean, it's not a huge upgrade. It was like 20 or 30% upgrade, but still, I mean, I was actually already getting a little bit tired of the trike's slow movement speed, and I came across this 230 allo. Ooh. It was the 230 Feral Mountain Allo, so it had increased damage too. So I went ahead and started knocking it out. At this point, I was using only biotoxin arrows, which are just straight up better arrows. And the way you make them is by using biotoxin with an arrow. Imagine that. I got a bunch of biotoxin from the swamp and grinding in the redwoods. I ended up getting the allo down, and from one of his friends, I actually got a Mastercraft allo saddle. Oh! Oh, what is happening right now? My bad. Maybe I was a little too excited. I put a few grizzly meat on it that I had got from that first grizzly, and each grizzly meat tamed a 230 allo, 36%. This was huge. The redwoods is... Oh! Okay, I don't need more meat. We're good. We are good. I'll take all that. On the morning of day 19, the allo was finished. Oh boy. All right. I put the saddle on him and took off. Now this guy is a lot weaker, but this guy actually had substantially less health than the trike, and actually, honestly, a little bit less damage too. But they run so much faster. I just needed to get a little experience on him, that's all. And what better way to do that than to kill an alpha raptor? God dang. And then tragedy struck.
There's one. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Dude, what? I'm stuck. I'm gonna die because I'm stuck. Yeah, this allo is toast. Oh, this is not good. My character's gonna die to the stupid vulture. Oh, the grizzly's back! Oh no.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry, Wilson!
This was really, really bad. He killed my Sino, my allo, and all of my stuff, including my trike, was still on that bag. Dude, that's all of my stuff. That's everything I have. If I lost this trike, it would be the biggest setback of the entire video. I made my way back to base, hopped on Sheila, and immediately took off towards my backpack. On my way there, I passed another grizzly. That's the one that... Ugh, man, I tried to find that one earlier. This was so bad. Oh, come on. Leave me alone. I made it back to my body, but this grizzly was spawn camping me. I waited a long time to get my stuff back. I was not about to risk it, and I should have put a sleeping bag down, but I didn't. I eventually finally got my stuff back, and threw out the trike and killed the grizzly. Alright, motherfucker. And I also learned that you can use the heavy bola and bola the grizzly, which is actually really nice information. Bola its dead body. Oh, it can bola it. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting there. On my way back home, I killed that second grizzly I found too. Yeah, he hit me for 600 plus. And then I spotted this. I had a plan forming in my head. I wanted to tame that 250 grizzly. So I headed home to build the trap. I was getting pretty low on health just from farming in the Redwoods on my way home, and that rounds up day 19. The plan on day 20 was to find another allo or another decent mount for the Redwoods. Jurassic Awakening had other ideas. I did find this cool new piece of armor that I hadn't seen before. It's an Ascendant Kevlar chest piece. Oh! Kevlar chest piece. It has 749 armor, which is way better than anything that I have right now. So I don't think I have the materials to make it, but maybe in the future. I was still on my way back home when this happened. What the hell is this, and why is it here? Oh no. That's 13,000 health. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Yeah. I still had Sheila on my body and no other allos. So I had to go there on foot.
Notice I still don't have a bed.
I have nothing. I have no way to go get that. I ran back to base and crafted some primitive black armor because I was just gonna die if I went there with nothing. I also made some heavy bolas while I was there. I had no idea if these bolas would work, but my logic was there's no way they're heavy because they're birds. So maybe? When I got there, I actually did bola it, and I took off on the trike as fast as he could go. Really, what I should have done is bola'd the Harpagornis, cryopotted the trike, and then ran home on Sheila. But hindsight's 2020. Why? The fuck do you want from me, dude? I was getting really irritated. The aggro range on this Harpagornis was really, really far. Fucking basilisk, dude. Is this thing really aggroed on me? Are you kidding me? What is that? What am I supposed to do? What is that aggro range? I don't know why, but he left. It was weird. I was expecting him to just keep killing me, but he just took off. Oh, now he's just gonna fuck right off, huh? I somehow made it into the, barely into the swamp and got my shit back. I narrowly escaped on Sheila. I was one shot. This was a really, really big setback. Now my strongest dino was Sheila, but the worst is yet to come. I actually went ahead and made a couple more cryopods because one was really limiting for me. This day was just all around really bad. I ended up trying to tame another Sino, but I got irritated because he flew off and then I gave up. Day 21, I felt pretty defeated. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to get far enough in this playthrough now during the 100 days. I was essentially on day 21, but I was set back to like day 11 or something. I don't know when it was, but I tamed that trike a long time ago. So I took a trip to Herbivore Island to maybe replace the trike. Unfortunately, none of them were high enough level, so I headed back home. I was running through the swamp on Sheila, maybe looking for a mount and just contemplating what I wanted to do next. I did manage to find an Ascendant treasure map. I decided I was taking things too quickly. I needed to slow down just a little and tame myself some of what I call insurance tames. That way, if I lose my main tame, I don't get set back 15 days. So I knocked out and tamed a really high level mantis because I didn't even have a gathering tame yet. On day 22, the mantis finally tamed. And this was actually the first time in a very long time that I used a mantis, and it was really, really nice. Oh. Okay. Alright, maybe it was worth it. I spent the rest of the day farming basic materials and building structures so I could move. I wanted to be a little closer to the Redwoods. And at the end of day 22, I started building my new base. That is amazing. Amazing. First half of day 23 was spent building more of my base. Look, I'm a very simple guy. I like simple bases. Sue me. I headed home to put everything in my old base onto my creature so I could carry it to the new base. Unfortunately, on the way there, Pantera died, which is my Pachyrhino. So now it was just me, Sheila, and the Mantis. I made it the rest of the way back to the new base and didn't lose anything else. I crafted up the basic stuff to put in the base and unloaded all of my stuff into the storage boxes. A pretty good chunk of day 24 was also spent just finishing up the base. You remember all that stuff I said about slowing down and taming insurance dinos? Well, fuck that. We're gonna go for a grizzly. I prepared what I thought was a good enough trap and I headed out. I was actually headed to that 250 grizzly, but I ended up spotting a 200 that was really close to my base in the swamp. I cleared out an area for the trap, and then this happened. So now I have nothing. I lost everything and my strongest creature is now a mantis. Let's fucking go. But don't worry, we will recover from this. Don't worry, I'm not about to do all that boring shit again. It's about to get juicy. These bears are about to realize who they're fucking with. I was absolutely done doing things unprepared and playing like a scrub. I made my way back on foot. All I wanted to do is get my stuff back. I would come back and do this right. I managed to get the body of my allosaurus. Poor Sheila. But I really just couldn't find my stuff. I looked for... Now that I'm editing, I looked for 10 minutes for my backpack. I literally just couldn't see it on the ground. I was starting to worry that I wouldn't get my stuff back because I just couldn't find it, and I dropped down off the cliff and I actually landed right next to it. Now that I have my stuff back, I really wasn't set back as far as I was thinking, because I have the equipment to tame just about anything in the Redwoods. So it's not like I have to go back and tame a trike and then an allo and then go from there. I could just start by taming something big. But first, I needed a cino. I spent the rest of the day fruitlessly trying to tame a cino. They just kept getting attacked by other things or flying off into the dangerous areas. On day 26, while looking for another cino, I found this 130 Elder Rex. Ooh. I immediately started tranking him. With this compound bow and biotoxin arrows, it was actually really easy. Dang, biotoxin arrows in this bow. I think he's running. While the Rex was sleeping, I finally tamed another cino. Oh, it feels good to be back, boys. It feels good. And right after the Rex finished, I took this Elder Rex home and named it Gandalf. What are we gonna name this? That's how you spell it, right? Well, because, you know, he's old and white. And that ended off day 26. Day 27 was another good day. The first thing I did was tame another backup cino. That way, if mine died, I had another one. Yes, backup cino. I crafted a grassland Rex saddle and I tried to put it on the Rex and it just didn't work. Unfortunately, this was a bug that they had thought they fixed, but it just didn't work for me. This is a grassland Rex saddle. Man, come on. Why doesn't that work? So the Rex was kind of just an ornament at this point. I went ahead and built another grizzly trap, but this time it would be different, right? I spent a while trying to find them and I just couldn't. Come on, where did you go, bear? And that's all I did on day 27. I was still searching for grizzlies on the day 28 morning. I ended up knocking out a pteranodon just to have a backup flyer so I could retrieve my corpse if I needed to. Go to sleep, bitch. I really didn't have any taming food for it other than grizzly meat, and I was not about to waste that on a pteranodon. So I went and found a baby Phiomia. I did find a 130 grizzly and I decided to kill it. It just wasn't high enough level. How, you might ask? Well, watch. I almost flew right into it. Oh, he's 130. He only has 5,000 health. This is not going to end well.
All right, where is he at?
Oh no. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, I'm scared. Oh! Okay, spikes are dead. They did some damage. Oh my god, that was... Oh my god, I just killed it. I just killed it. I'm literally shaking right now. Eventually the pteranodon tamed and his neck was broken. It was so weird. I'd never seen this before. Ugh! What is wrong with you? Did you see that? He was tweaking. I saddled him up and then I knocked out another one. Don't you do it. At the end of day 28, I took off to find another grizzly. This time I wanted to tame one. I just needed to be a little bit higher level. On day 29, I found a really nice baryonyx saddle in a yellow drop. Holy shit. I need a baryonyx. Eventually, I just decided to try to tame a 140 and at least see if my taming method worked.
Oh, one more thing. One more thingy. Alright, buddy. Let's try it again. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. That's good, 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 good. Nope, nope. Yet again, I just couldn't get it into a trap. I brought bear traps and gates, and I tried to trap it in these ruins. It just, nothing was working. While I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next, he snuck up on me at the speed of light. What the? He found his way to me. Oh no, he bit me like 3 times. Of course, I lost my Sinnoh, but it's okay because I had sleeping bags this time and I respawned nearby and just got my stuff back immediately. So you know what time it is. It's trap grinded time. Day 30. Alright guys, it is day 30 and today is the day.
Alright, I just crafted the grizzly bear saddle and there's no backing down now.
I grabbed my trap, I grabbed my backup Sinnoh, and I headed out. A little side note here, I came across a grizzly bear that was dying to our alpha raptor, but the grizzly couldn't attack the alpha, so he was literally just getting killed for no reason. Luckily, it wasn't a high level. Ain't no way a 140 grizzly loses to a 40 alpha raptor. He's not taking damage. And later on, it finally happened. 290. Oh god. Do I go for it? I don't even know if I have the tranks for that. That's 97,000 or 91,000 torpor. This was a 290 grizzly bear. I believe they can only spawn up to level 350. This one was going to be my ticket out of the Redwoods. I got my new trap design put down. I placed the doors in. And I thought he was stuck, and I was just gonna knock him out there, but then... Here we go. Oh. Oh, he might be just stuck in the rocks. I mean, that works just as well. Oh, sneaky little bear, aren't you? I have trapped a fucking 290 grizzly bear in my trap. I've done it! Now we just give it a little time to see if he figures out a way out. And I missed something. Okay, he's... Wow, bear traps last a long time. Oh wait, no, that was probably just the... I'm knocking him out. Bro, this could be it. This could be it. I think this is it, dude. I think I'm about to have a fucking 400 grizzly bear. There it is, boys. A 290 grizzly bear in a trap. I'm gonna be unstoppable with nothing but a Sinnoh. I filled him full of trank arrows. I have knocked out a 290 grizzly bear and he went down. This was the biggest leap in progress yet. And to finish off the day, I flew back to base. After grabbing my primitive saddle and heading back to the bear, it was time. Oh my god. This bear was really strong.
This was the day that I decided that the end game goal for this 100 days was to kill the new boss that they were going to release. When I first started, I wasn't actually sure what the end goal would be. This mod isn't designed for the standard bosses to be the end game goal. At least not right now. There are bosses and you'll see some of them later, but today is the day I decided that the brand new boss is the final challenge for my 100 days. I believe its name is Arachnus the Defiler. Now, the thing about Arachnus the Defiler is his stats change depending on what you take to the battle. So the more you bring, the better things you bring, the better he is, the more difficult he is to fight. That's why he's technically a mid-game boss, because you can fight him in the mid-game or you can fight him in the late game, so you can fight him whenever you're ready. And what I was going to do is on day 100, I was just going to throw everything I've got at him. And of course, the entire rest of the day was spent farming experience. Day 32 started off with a quick metal run, but then I realized I really need an ankylo. I'm 32 days in and I still don't have an ankylo. What's up with that? So I took a quick trip to Herbivore Island and knocked one out. It was 300. While I was killing time, this 180 pteranodon come up and tried to eat me, so I knocked it out too. I ran back to base at the speed of sound to get some grizzly meat for the Terra, and came back and finished those up. And just as I was about to leave, I found a unicorn. Now, it wasn't very high level, but a unicorn's a unicorn. You just have to tame it. On day 33, I raided some beaver dams because I wanted to do some crafting. Crafted up the advanced forge, which is used to smelt things like tungsten and lead. And then I made the medical supply station. The medical supply station can be used to make, well, medical things for your dinos and for yourself. That adrenaline booster I found earlier, I believe this is where you craft that, and some other healing things. There are 4 healing salves too, and they can be used to heal your dinos. Each tier is better. So tier 4 actually heals for about 70,000 health over a certain period of time. I can't remember how much. I'm not much of a crafter, so I took off into the swamp. After finding nothing there, I went into the Redwoods, and I found this. Okay. I don't know why this is called a sky quetzal if it's the only one that lands on the ground. And what do we do to things that are unfamiliar to us? We kill them. To wrap up the day, I killed a large ankylo and got this basilisk chest armor. Now this was cool because it makes you take less torpor, you're less appealing to predators, and you're 25% resistant to the swamp cave damage. On day 34, this happened. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no. I don't have my sino. I just got sent to the moon by a capro. And later I found a really nice flak armor chest piece from an Ascendant treasure map. Oh! Okay, worth it. It's absolutely worth it. 100% worth it. And I ended off the day crafting some tier 3 healing salves. These heal for about 16,000. Day 35, I was feeling brave. I wanted to see what awaited me in the Arctic biome. So I saddled up my grizzly and headed out. We're just gonna take it nice and easy. Carefully. Oh my. What was that sound? That dude is level 400, brother. Whoa. Oh, 490. Oh. Oh, he has 50k health. Oh my god. Oh my god. There he is. That's what I heard. 56k. Holy mother of God. Okay, we're gonna be extra cautious. There's so many of them. Noted, do not come here at nighttime, ever. As you can see, everything is so high level and has so high health. I thought this grizzly was strong, but really, it's not even that good. One of these creatures would put this grizzly to shame. I guess I'm just lucky it was daytime, because there were so many sleeping megalosaurus. So I left there because I'm just not ready yet. Technically, you're supposed to go from the redwoods into the mountains. That's the next tier of biome. And at the time, my caveman brain thought that meant the literal mountains. Like you have to be on the mountains for, you know, the mountain spawns. But really what it means is just the general mountain areas. Even like everywhere like north of the river up to the ice biome is basically mountain area. So I spent the rest of the day looking around the literal mountains for a Harpagornis before grabbing a little bit more metal and going home. Day 36 started off with disappointment because in the Redwoods I could hear Deinonychus under the map. I love Deinonychus and I will tame one before this 100 days is over. I killed one more scrub grizzly and then I came across this 340 grizzly. Ooh. Ooh. What's the gender of that one? If that's a female, I'm gonna tame it. Ooh, hello. And it was a female. With that being a female and such high level, I immediately put a rally point down and went home to make a trap. I spent a couple hours doing that, in game of course, and it was nighttime by the time I got back with it. I waited a decent amount of time for a good opportunity for this tame. Finally got the trap down, got the grizzly in, and knocked him out. Well, her. While I was waiting on it to tame, I killed another grizzly. Guess what? No saddle. Eventually, the grizzly tamed up on grizzly meat, and look at these stats. 32k health and 1000 melee damage. Let's go. Compared to everything I've had so far, these were insane. So I immediately took it home so I could breed them. I wanted an imprinted bear with these stats. I checked to see if I could put Gandalf's saddle on, but I still couldn't. I guess it doesn't matter too much at this point because the grizzlies are just straight up better. And I ended off the day by making a Bluetooth library from the Aberration DLC stuff. That's getting awesome. That is awesome. That should be in the game. Should have been in the game a long time ago. I was trying to figure out the best way I could get silica pearls so I could advance my base a little bit. And I realized that you can get silicate from these little centipede things. Now, it's not a lot, but I think it's enough to get started because I'm definitely not going to the Arctic to get silica pearls, and I don't really like going underwater. I was actually stacking up quite a bit of biotoxin at this point from farming in the swamp. I put down another grizzly, no saddle, and was looking around in the mountains for a harpa. I was rewatching this and I was getting a little irritated getting stuck on everything. Bro, I am a grizzly bear. I should not be stuck on little tiny rocks and sticks. Holy fuck. Then I came across my first mountain rex, and look how strong it was compared to all the other rexes I've fought. That scared me a little, I'm not gonna lie. Feral mountain rex. Oh wow, he does big damage. Too bad I'm him. He actually has so much fucking health. This might have been worth taming, to be honest. To finish up this night, I did a dino wipe back at base. Literally the entire day of 39 was spent staring at my bear waiting on it to have a baby. On day 40, I got super lucky, and this baby bear had the best stats. Well, the only ones that matter. All right, level 399, that's a good sign. 32 and 1019, all right. 42. You got the high stamina from the other bear. And of course, the rest of the day was spent wandering the mountains, looking for random things to either kill or tame. I did take a quick trip to Carno Island, but there's really nothing there other than pteranodons. And there were a lot of pteranodons. And on the morning of day 41, I actually got very close to dying with this bear. Whoa, is that a grizzly? What is he in the swamp? Be bad. This could be really bad. No. Holy shit, I need to leave. 1,000 health left. Luckily, I managed to make it out and get back to base, where I renamed the new baby grizzly Carnage Tyrant. This was the most fitting name, and you'll see why later.
Yes, I know it's not a dinosaur, but I think the name is fitting. Where my MTG players at?
I got one imprint on him and decided to go kill some time on my new female grizzly, the mother of Carnage Tyrant. And again, I was looking literally on the mountains, not around the base of them like I should have been. Day 42 actually had some interesting things going on. In the morning, I found an ancient Arachnus, and this was the first ancient that I had seen. And what do we do to big cool things that we never seen before? We try to tame them.
I'm gonna try to get him to come out here. Oi! He's a fucking giant crab. It's a giant crab. It's a giant crab. Holy shit, he's fucking huge.
Oh my, it was pretty easy to knock him out because I could just kite him on the bear. And eventually I got him down. I pulled him out of the swamp too.
Don't think I have any grizzly meat on me.
I ran back to base to get some taming food, only to find that there was a random saber-tooth eating my unicorn.
Why did he go for the unicorn? I really need to build something to keep my shit safe. Am I going to? No.
So after sending him back to the Shadow Realm, I got back to the Arachnus with some grizzly meat, only to realize they don't eat meat.
Well, I'm not 100% sure what to do.
So I flew back to base again, got the second imprint on my bear, and look at those stats, by the way.
He's a cuddly little tyrant, ain't he?
Then I flew back to the Arachnus with kibble again. He ate a couple of kibble, and then I was just like,
nope. Not even close. 2.4%.
it would have taken 50 kibble to tame it, and I just don't have that, and I don't care enough to use it. So instead of killing it right there, I decided I wanted to get the kill on my new grizzly, because ancient dinos actually give a lot of experience, and because I could get a 4x note before doing so. When I got back to base, Carnage Tyrant was fully grown. These healing foods were insane. It's also really nice because the grizzly is an omnivore, so I can heal him with meat and with the new healing gems. At this point, all I really needed was a better saddle. On the way back to the Arachnus, I came across another ancient Arachnus and put him down too.
Got him.
The loot was interesting.
Oh my. Told you. Thing's got crazy amounts of loot. I mean, it's not the craziest loot in the game or anything.
Getting a smithy from a kill is weird to me. I picked up an explorer note and headed to the other Arachnus. Look at that damage. Unfortunately, I think because he was knocked out, I didn't get any loot, but I did get 8 levels, and Carnage Tyrant was already at 63,000 health. All I did from that point on was farm until the middle of day 44, where I made this 274% damage compound bow. Ooh. Ooh. I tested it out on this training dummy, and it did not disappoint.
How much damage for a one shot to the head? Stone arrow. Alright, how about a scrap metal arrow?
Oh. Yeah. On day 44, my stepbrother asked me in Discord what the turning radius is of the bear.
Watch.
It's basically 0. After spending another day looking for a saddle to no avail, I decided to go to a cave. I went through and cleared it out, but really it wasn't anything special. I actually expected more from this cave, but it seems like it's just increased dino levels in this mod right now. I hope one day that they rework all the caves. The only thing that happened on day 45 is I knocked out a 140 large doehead. On day 46, the doehead tamed.
1187% melee damage.
Back at base, I crafted some electronics and industrialized my base, as in, well, I made a wind turbine and lights. Oh yeah. We can see
and a refrigerator. The last thing I did was crafted an insulated egg nest, which is basically just a hatchery, basically, that will hatch your eggs for you without air conditionings. On day 47, I put down some Anzu eggs. These things were kind of cool. They are able to imprint on your dinos with you not being there, which is something I don't normally like, but I think it's okay in this mod. I gathered all the required resources to make a large Doedicurus saddle, and I did that. For anyone who plays this mod, you'll notice that I'm still feeding Carnage Tyrant uncooked meat, and everyone knows now that cooked meat is just way better. All I needed to do was make a grill. Unfortunately, I didn't learn this until like day 60 or something. After he was healed up, I decided to go to my 9-to-5 job in the Redwoods. After grinding for a little while, I learned the advanced smithy,
Never to craft it.
and I also learned learning kibbles, which are things you can craft to give your dino as an experience boost. They actually last a very long time, and the tier 3 one gives a 40% experience buff. And of course, later on in the day, I found a better large Doed saddle than the one I crafted. I came across this gigantic Bronto, and to finish off the day, I killed 2 more grizzlies with no saddles. All of day 48 was spent in the Redwoods killing grizzlies with no saddles. Another one with no saddle, dude. Fuck. And day 49 started off like every other day. Okay. Day 49. I would like to find the grizzly saddle today. Like every other day. On the way to the Redwoods, I came across this behemoth parasaur. This is one of the things I was talking about that I haven't seen yet. Behemoth parasaur. Which is the first time I've seen one of these. It's like a parasaur, but behemoth. While I was trying to get this beehive, I learned that you can push C on the grizzly bear, and it's actually a buff. It's a damage buff for about 10 seconds. Oh my god, when you do the grizzly roar, it gives you a buff. I gotta start paying more attention to that kind of stuff. And a damage buff on something this strong was crazy to me. So I put down one more grizzly and... Oh. Okay, it's ascendant. He doesn't have much more armor, but I guess it's better than nothing. An ascendant saddle with only 34 armor, but it's a training saddle, so it gets 50% more experience for my grizzly. It wasn't a huge upgrade, but I'll take it. Carnage Tyrant now has 100,000 health, so I decided to put some damage levels in. In the mountains, I came across this 330 large Doed, so I tamed it. It was just much higher level than the one I had already tamed. I decided to take another little peek into the ice biome, and again, I was surprised. The dinos here are just so strong. I don't even know what that is, bro. I never played with those before. Amargasaurus. Why does it look like that? There's 170,000 health, dude. That's a large one. Oh my god. Alpha feral Arctic Megatherium. Oh my god, 18,000 health? On a saber-tooth, bro? He's doing 460 a hit. I am not ready for this place. That was just a saber-tooth. The fucking theory's probably gonna hit for like 900. I was just straight up not ready. I was thinking maybe I should get Mountain Saber-tooth King. I took a quick trip up to the top of the volcano to see if there was anything there, and there was nothing. Large Doed finally woke up, and then I knocked out a 250 large Ankylo. And was I ever going to use this Ankylo? No. And I killed another grizzly with no saddle. No, I'm just kidding. On day 51, I realized my large Doed had the mineral bearing trait. And apparently I just stared at my Anzu eggs for the rest of the day. On day 52, for some reason, Carnage Tyrant had 26 extra levels. What is happening? Why does my grizzly have 26 levels?
I don't actually know what these are from, but I'll take it. I think it had something to do with cryopods. I dumped all those points into damage, and I just went out farming for a little while. Nothing really happened, though. On day 53, I was running around in the mountains when I heard this.
What the fuck is happening? It has to be a saber-tooth king.
I was 90% sure this was a saber-tooth king, which would be a really nice upgrade from my grizzly. But despite looking everywhere, I just couldn't find it. I ended up just giving up and going home. Day 54 started off with me getting this insane treasure map.
Alright.
It was an Ascendant Tuso saddle and an Ascendant Mosa saddle, along with a little bit of polymer. I've leveled up Carnage Tyrant a little bit, and I really wanted to test him out. So I took him over to the ice biome. I used one of the large bolas on this Therizino hunter, and I just wanted to see if I could kill it.
Oh my god, dude. There was one enemy in the Arctic zone. One!
I ended up putting him down, but he hit me for almost 2,000 damage in one hit, and I decided that was enough damage for me. I went back to the Redwoods, and then finally, after 7,000 grizzly kills, I got this.
Oh! Yes!
It was a reinforced grizzly saddle with 105 armor. This was going to help me so much getting into the ice biome.
Oh, it's about time.
To wrap up day 54, I ended up finding a Pachy skull.
What the? A skull harvested from a Pachy. It can be placed into an advanced forge and melted down into 2 lead ore.
And that's pretty cool. Lead ore, I believe, is used to make the in-game bullets. Day 55 started off with a nice grizzly kill.
Look how much damage he's doing. Normally they do 600. He was doing 75. That's how much the difference the saddle makes.
The damage reduction from this armor was just so good. I felt a lot more confident that I could push into the mountains in the ice biome. Apparently, on an earlier date, I threw out some Anzus, and they fell through the map, or at least I thought they did. They fell down into the swamp, and now they were hatched and fully grown.
How are my Anzus hatched and fully grown?
I ended up breaking down those Ascendant aquatic saddles because I really don't plan on going into the water in this 100 days, and I really could use more materials.
Ooh, yes.
Then I built a second refrigerator, and just like Carnage Tyrant, I checked on my Sino, and he had 20 levels too.
I can glide for years now.
And that ended off day 55. On the morning of day 56, I spotted this level 80 Rhino right next to my base. So I ran back and got Gandalf, and well, when I came back, he was just gone. I'm assuming it died.
Where'd he go?
And later I was just farming in the Redwoods and my game crashed. On day 57, I was feeling ballsy with this new saddle. I wanted to test it out in the ice biome again. It was so late in the 100 days, I really felt like I needed more power to kill the spider, or to do other things with it. I ended up knocking out level 400 Megalosaurus, or Megalosaurus. Not because I expected it to be better than Carnage Tyrant, but just because I wanted to have an Arctic tame. Everything here seemed so strong. Then I spotted this male 460 Arctic elk. I ended up knocking him out just so I could have another tame. About 45 seconds later, I heard another saber-tooth king roar. This was such a risky place. I placed down a couple of sleeping bags just in case something happened. Then I decided to take on this alpha megalosaurus. I was able to keep him stun locked, so he was actually pretty easy to kill. But oh my god, he had a lot of health. He also has a debuff that makes me do a lot less damage. Right before I killed him, I put on my training saddle so Carnage Tyrant would get extra experience. And I finally found some better taming food. I actually didn't even know this was in the game until I killed this elk. It was almost twice as good as grizzly meat, and we all know how good that is already. He also gave me a really nice ride helmet and a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun, and thus began my addiction to farming. After these two elks were done, I cryopotted them and started heading west.
I wanted to get more elk meat. I felt like I needed to stock up on it. While I was playing around on the mountains, I spotted another Harpagornis. I killed this one for revenge on Jackson the trike. He actually gave me a Harpa saddle. And that was the end of day 57. Day 58 began with me unloading all of my stuff and heading back out. You're gonna hear this a lot in the future. After farming a little in the Redwoods, I didn't really find anything. I headed back home and I checked out this cool unrendered armor with my cool unrendered Sino. By this time, I was just fully addicted to going to the Arctic and risking my life, so I flew back out there with my Sino and then threw out Carnage Tyrant. And that's when I spotted this. That is a 470 Arctic saber-tooth king, and that is something that I am actually scared of. You know what I'm not scared of? An Arctic Thyla. So I 1v1'd that and got a nice saddle for it. Well, a blueprint, I mean. On day 59, I spotted a Karka hunter. And remember, anything that's a hunter is just a version of that dino with more damage and more attack speed and usually more movement speed. So I stayed far away from that. But you know me, I have to tame that Arctic saber-tooth king. So I built what I thought was a good trap for it, and then put down another Harpa that was nearby. And as usual, it was on my first shot. But then Ark decided to throw me a curveball. That is a level 760 Chalice. Chalice, Destroyer of Worlds. That's a boss. That is a real in-game boss. And I wanted nothing to do with it. I was still just gonna keep trying to get the Saber-tooth King though. I was invested. I cleared out a big pack of Ravagers and brought the Saber-tooth King over. It didn't work. It looks like the Saber-tooth King can just run over the gates. So what did I do? I made more gates. Why did I do this? I don't know. I guess I thought that the gates just weren't spread out enough. So I placed down a new trap with 4 gates instead. I tried to lure him over and... yeah, but it's okay because I got my beds. I got my stuff back and my Seno didn't even die. How? I have no idea. I ended up picking up my trap just because it wasn't going to work for that, so I could still use the gates. And of course, I had to tame something. So I went over and put down a trap for a Karka hunter. It didn't work out. However, there's another trap in the form of this valley. I led him over into the valley and started tranking him from the top of the cliff. I did check and make sure and see if his torpor was dropping quickly, and it wasn't. It was pretty slow. So eventually, over a long period of time, I would knock this thing out. He started doing this, and eventually I started chasing him on Carnage Tyrant whenever his torpor was low enough to where he wouldn't attack me. I really thought I had lost him at one point in the trees, but after about a minute more of searching, I finally found him, chased him down, and knocked it out. I put some taming food on him, and grizzly meat only tamed him 1%. It doesn't really matter though, because I wasn't about to waste that whole day. I ran home to get all the taming food that I had acquired. I put everything I had on him, including kibble, elk meat, grizzly meat, raw meat, and prime meat. I tried killing a couple of more Arctic megalosaurus so I could get more elk meat. I ended up getting a little bit. I saw this wounded Arctic fairy and decided I wanted to kill it just to see if I could get a saddle. But then I got jumped by an Arctic saber-tooth king and I almost died. I led him into this field and started doing drive-bys on him. See, with the bear's speed, I can outrun him, which means I can do drive-by bites with my bleed and just bleed him to death. And it actually worked so perfectly. Unfortunately, he bled to death, so I didn't get the experience, but that's alright. I did get the loot. He had a tier 4 healing salve, a 250% advanced crossbow repeater, a black pearl, and the rest of it wasn't that good. Later on, I put down another elk for some elk meat, and another, but this one was an alpha, so he had a little bit of loot. And then I just washed off in the rain next to the Karka hunter. You know, sometimes you just gotta sit and enjoy. Of course, right after that, I killed another saber-tooth king. The loot was good, but I already had most of the stuff that it gave me. But you can see probably where this is going. And then I found and killed another one. This one, though, had an ascendant precision crossbow with 320% damage. Now, precision crossbows shoot really slow, but they do a ton of damage, and they have a built-in scope. After all this fighting, Carnage Tyrant was pretty hurt, so I was just gonna run back to the Karka hunter and wait. On my way there, I spotted this large Arctic megalosaurus, and then he fucking picked him up out from underneath me. I don't know whose idea this was,
But fuck you. Unfortunately, my mic wasn't turned on this day, or the last couple days for some reason, but I imagine my reaction was something like this. Eventually, he put my chew toy of a carnage tyrant down, and I hopped on him and took off, only to find that there was another wild carca hunter right next to the one that I had knocked out. Now, this wasn't really a problem while he's asleep, but if he woke up, they were going to fight each other. Luckily, that carca hunter just took a look at me and got scared, and he fucked off. And then finally, after what felt like 7 days, the carca hunter woke up. Now, of course, I didn't have a saddle for this, but that doesn't mean I can't test his damage. Yeah, his damage was insane. And not only that, his attack speed was also insane. And these have the Carca buff ability that stacks up to 100. And that was with no stacks. So I used my Sino to fly home and threw out my new yard ornament until I could get a saddle, of course. But he was cool. On day 62, I really wanted to make that Ascendant crossbow blueprint, the precision one. And finally, on day 62, I learned about cooking meat.
I want to cook my steak rare, so by touching the steak,
wow,
I want the same feedback as it is on the inside of my thumb. That's rare. As it starts to...
Revolutionary stuff I should have known on day one. But like I said before, cooked meat heals carnivores way faster than raw meat. I finally made that crossbow, and it ended up with 395% damage. And watch this. Yeah. And you can shoot tranks out of this. I started flying around looking for something to test the tranks on, but I just knew everything that I saw didn't even have enough maximum torpor to take one shot. Back at base, I was looking at my Arctic elk's stats, and he has 10,000% melee damage and 45,000 health. I ended off the night on Carnage Tyrant just looking for some Ovis to cook up and heal. The beginning of day 63 just started out with more meat runs. I wanted to stock up on healing foods. While I was out, I came across some Desmodus that apparently learned how to burrow into the ground.
What is that?
What the?
Yes. I don't know. It was a bunch of them.
I finally ended up making a grill and made a couple of tier 3 learning kibble for Carnage Tyrant. This was going to give him a 40% experience buff, while I could use the high armored saddle. And then I learned that mutton is actually way better than Redwood's meat for healing.
No, you want to cook it. Look at that healing on the mutton, cooked mutton. 40,000, 41, 42, 43.
10,000% melee damage was bothering me. I really wanted to see how much damage he could actually do per hit. Because 10,000% if his base damage, if it was just like 2 or something, it still wouldn't be that much. But let's see. Okay.
He does big damage.
Yeah. He hits fucking hard. I took him into the mountains to see if he could climb. And while he is a lot better than Carnage Tyrant, it's still not that great. I picked up an Explorer Note and killed another Harpagornis.
I fucking smoked that dude.
Then I came across this grizzly and absolutely annihilated it. I was pretty hurt though. And I came across another grizzly. Should I fight it? Probably not. But then I remembered I could just bola it. Yeah, I needed to use more bolas. Back at base, I healed up Carnage Tyrant and left to find more Ovis, but ended up finding 4 240 Anzu eggs instead. Later that day, I made one of the playthrough's biggest mistakes. I wanted to push more into the Arctic, but I was just so scared of everything, so I thought maybe if I have a mate boost, I could ease my way into it and kill things faster. We ended up getting attacked by an Arctic ceratosaurus, or ceratosaurus, and this is something I hadn't fought yet. He was really strong. I ended up getting away and I should have just ran, but I didn't realize just how important the saddle was. The other bear had a saddle, but She was taking like 2,500 damage per hit. Fucking dead.
And he has the good saddle.
The journey requires sacrifice.
Ooh, okay, SKS, let's go. Eventually, I did kill it, and I got this cool new rifle. And this rifle was, fucking strong. And to end off the night, I took a trip over to the mosh pit and killed everything. But nothing there was important. On day 65, I ended up taking my bear and putting him out on these ice cubes. And started scouting around on my Sino. I hadn't really explored this area very much, and I wanted to see what spawned over here. For some reason, I decided to knock out a large Arctic packy. I don't really know why, but, you know. And then I ended up finding another one and knocking that one out too. Eventually, I realized I didn't need these, and I went back to the mountains. I did find a 340 feral mountain allo, and remember that feral dinos have increased damage, and this was a 340, so I felt like I needed to tame it. It was so easy because all I had to do with this crossbow is fly on the Sino above it and just knock it out. Eventually the allo got up, and I cryopotted him and started heading back home until I heard another saber-tooth king roar.
That is the sound of a saber-tooth king. Now, where is it?
This time in the mountains, so it was a mountain saber-tooth king. And I spent so long looking for this thing. I mean, it was long enough to where I started playing Marco Polo with this motherfucker.
Marco! I'm gonna have to play Marco Polo with this fucking saber-tooth, bro.
The morning of the next day, I finally found it.
This is gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna go insane. Oh, I found it! Oh, he's really low level. I'm gonna have to kill him. Maybe he'll give me a saddle.
This was the first mountain saber-tooth king that I had even seen. And of course, I killed it. And I didn't really get anything for it. And on my way home, I heard another roar. This one was level 200, had a baby. I actually ended up killing it and claiming the baby just to have one. Apparently, I was getting good at honing in on their sound because I killed another one later on that day, and he gave me a hunting rifle blueprint. I would imagine that this thing is more bolt action, but it probably has high damage. Weirdly, I did find another mountain saber-tooth king, but he was in the Redwoods, and I killed it, and he actually gave me a saddle blueprint. And another
fucking saber-tooth king. What is happening?
And after a very long trip, I finally returned home. I crafted this elevator track. This is a tip for everyone, to be honest. Instead of dismantling elevators that you get out of drops, put them on a track and then dismantle them manually. You'll get half the materials back rather than 25%. And on the large ones, it's actually a lot. On day 67, I really felt like I needed to get a saddle for the Carca Hunter because that would be a nice upgrade from Carnage Tyrant. So I had this brilliant plan. I went ahead and crafted about 20 spring spike traps. And for some reason, I started hatching the 240 Anzu eggs. And now with my new plan, I headed back to the Arctic. I needed to find some carcas, of course, but I did come across these mammoths. They have a lot of health, but they don't do a ton of damage. They also have their own special meat, lovingly called mammoth meat. Things were going pretty well. I was doing about 1,000 damage per hit now from killing all these Arctic dinos. Carnage Tyrant was getting a lot of experience. I ended up killing a large Arctic ovis, and it gave me 340 mutton. As I was flying around with my Sino, I spotted this.
Oh no.
So I headed the other direction. Eventually I did spot some Carca hunters, so I placed down a couple more sleeping bags just in case. And I began my master plan. After placing all the spring spike traps down in the valley, I led one of the Carca hunters into it. Now, I don't think the bleed works on these Carca hunters, but it does hold them still for a minute. And if they can't move, I can shoot them to death. And after about an entire day, I finally killed it.
Oh, fuck, I killed it.
And it didn't give me a saddle. I flew back home because I wanted to revise my plan. Instead of using my bow, I was going to just use guns for more damage.
I was also cooking more meat than a white dad at a barbecue at this point. I did end up crafting a couple more scrap metal arrows and flew back to find another Karka. Instead, I found another saber-tooth king and killed that. He actually gave me Arctic saber-tooth king head armor, which is really fucking cool. Whoa. It just provides additional armor for your saber-tooth king and protects them from headshot damage. He also, for some reason, gave me a 121 armor grizzly bear saddle, but it was also a battle mount saddle, which does all of this. 10% damage, 50% food consumption, which also provides healing if they eat more, and plus 4 HP per second passive healing. This is a really nice saddle upgrade. On day 70, I killed a couple more things and finally spotted some Arctic Deinonychus. I don't know about you guys, but I know the best traps. I literally am a trap god. So I built this magnificent beauty to trap all of these Deinonychus. And yes, they're knockout tames on this. They don't have eggs. Eventually, I knocked out and tamed 2 of them, a male and a female, so I could breed them. And later, I put down another Arctic saber-tooth king and got this Ascendant Remington 870 shotgun. Now this thing was fucking strong. It could also shoot rubber slugs to knock creatures out. I ran back home on day 71 and started breeding the Deinonychus. Now that I had some 240 Anzus, I just yeeted these 120s right off the cliff. I also decided to set up a base defense in the form of, this is kind of hard to explain. I usually set it up to where there's 1 or 2 dinos on patrol and they're set to follow the, what I call the anchor. In this case was the unicorn. They're set to follow the unicorn and they're set on aggressive. So what happens is if something wanders nearby, they are on aggressive, so they'll go kill it. But after they kill it, they're still set to follow the unicorn. So the unicorn is just their anchor and he'll run right back to the unicorn. This sometimes works pretty well. Sometimes it doesn't. Pathfinding in this game is really weird, but overall it's fine. And at the end of day 71, I actually found an ancient Deinosuchus. And it's hard to see because it's nighttime, but these things are much bigger and stronger than the regular Deinosuchus. But at this point, Carnage Tyrant was just way stronger. But in reality, none of this mattered because on the morning of day 72, the game crashed and everything that I had just done was gone. Game crashed. Ah! I just angrily sat there and watched the eggs hatch. Unfortunately, the baby had the low health stat, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't plan on using these in the Arctic anyway. It was day 72 though, so I really had to get going on my end game Arachnus the Defiler group. And remember, the more shit you bring to the Arachnus fight, the stronger he is. So my plan was just to give him my couple of best tames. I'm not going to throw anything in there that isn't very good because it will just, for no reason, make him stronger. Eventually, I tested the Deinonychus, and then this happened, and then the game crashed again. It seemed like every time I latched onto a cliff or something, the game would glitch when I tried to get down, and I would just randomly teleport back to somewhere I was earlier. But the damage was really good, and that's all I did for day 72. On the morning of day 73, I got some nice riot gloves. Finally upgrading from hide. I brought down a pack of Ravagers, then killed 1 more Alpha Arctic elk. And he gave me a 600% damage advanced crossbow repeater. So really all you have to... Oh my god! I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do right now, but I needed some sort of Arctic mount. The elk wasn't strong enough, and I didn't have a carcass saddle, so I started leaning towards an Arctic saber-tooth king. As I was farming, I was slowly upgrading my outfit too. When I returned to base, I imprinted on my baby Deinonychus, and look how much faster cooked food heals. No. That's 129,000 health. I decided I wanted to retry to tame an Arctic saber-tooth king because it was easier for me to kill saber-tooth kings than it was for me to kill carca hunters. I built another trap, but this time it was behemoth gates. And I knew this one would work because I use it all the time. So I set out to the Arctic. I was running around listening to the chalice music when this thyla materialized out of thin air. Of course I asserted dominance. He gave me an ascendant SKS. Right, it should be. Ooh. Ascendant SKS. Later on, I found a Mastercraft Basilisk chess piece from an Alpha Elk. Never. Ooh, Mastercraft Basilisk chess piece, finally. 20 basilisk skills. Okay, I'm just gonna fuck myself. I couldn't seem to find any Arctic saber-tooth kings to tame, but I did drag one more carca hunter into the pit. What the fuck? What? He was in! Come on. There you go. Come, get... Oh. I wanted to test out the rubber slug and see how much torpor it did, so I popped him with it, and it did 4,500 torpor. Then I wanted to test out the incendiary shells, and these things did a lot of damage, and they burned the target. Oh yeah. Finally, I killed it and didn't get a saddle. Eventually, I put down my saber-tooth king trap just in case I did find one, and that ended off day 75.
Hi guys, I'm about to do many days of just straight up farming, so there's not a lot of over-the-top commentary I can do, so this will be mainly just gameplay cut down, and then a super sweet montage, and then the final fight that you've all been waiting for.
No, they won't. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, I don't know what that was. Is that an ice basilisk, bro? Oh, it is! Okay, I think I can maybe kill it. Nope. He hit me for 37,000. We're done. We're leaving right now. Never again. Like giga size? Oh no. I would. Holy fuck, that was a nice kill. Hera. Whoa, that's a fucking capro if I've ever seen one. 170. Yeet. Yeah, see, I mean, there's just nothing he can give me that's worth anything. Ooh, the mammoth meat is big healing, 1650 healing. It's not that good for taming, but I bet this what the purpose is. It's okay for taming, it's not great. It's worse than grizzly meat, but the healing is fucking immaculate. Alright, time to go back. I'm gonna get a fucking saddle for something good eventually.
Right. You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
Damn! These packies do a lot of torpor damage. I'm already at 3,000 torpor. Dude. You could have a fucking pack of these and just run around and knock shit out for you. Yeah, anytime you see an elk up here, you need to fucking kill it. Just stockpile it. I mean, alpha or non-alpha, they're both good. Oh! I might have spoken too soon. There he is too. There he is. 420. Dude, the insane amount of health that these things have. That's what I'm fucking excited about. Come here. Come on, buddy. He's not insanely high level, but whoa!
Oi! I don't know about that one. Okay, the moment of truth. Let's see if my trap works. Oh my god, these things have a headshot multiplier? Saber? Dude, this fucking crossbow. This crossbow is... Come on, guy. Come on, guy. There you go. There you go. There you go. I think he's trapped. I think he's trapped. I think he's trapped. Oh, he's trapped. It works. Bear traps, behemoth gates. That's how you get a saber king. He's being very difficult right now. Sir, we're gonna be friends. Okay. Please tell me I didn't just hit him once he was out. Oh my god, the stats on this thing. 161,000 off the rip. 6591 melee. That's why I wanted one so bad. That's 200 elk meat. If that ain't enough, I don't want it.
But do you even have a saddle?
I might have one. I don't remember. I know I have a mountain saber-tooth king saddle blueprint.
He did not, in fact, have a saddle.
Oh, look, he's back!
Well, R.I.P. Whoa, hello. Is there a dead mammoth here? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. This could be bad. What the fuck is that? I think that's an alpha megalosaurus. There's no way you can pick me up. It's a night stalker. What the fuck is a night stalker? I would concur. Bro, if he goes and eats my fucking... Please tell me I shut that door. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, of course I did. Dumbass. Ooh, but if he sleeps in the daytime, that dude has 400,000 health. You know what else has 4,000 health? The basilisk. And he fucked me up. Dude has 600,000 torpor. Oh, you fucking died to the bleed. No saddle for me.
So once I saw this Night Stalker, I started asking around in Discord, like, how strong is this thing? And should I try to fight it on my grizzly bear?
And everyone was like, "No, you don't want to fight on a grizzly bear. They're late game. You'll get smoked. You know, like, just stay away from it and save it for later."
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
Oh, please tell me he won't go after my Saber King. Oh yeah, he bites. He bites hard. Yep. Come on down here, brother. Get your fucking ass down here. Don't want him by my saber-tooth. He keeps going over there, dude. What the fuck? Oh! Oh, it's a polar bear saddle. Okay, that kill was worth it. Can't believe I killed that. These guys are saying that they struggle sometimes with their saber-tooth, their Arctic saber-tooth kings to fight those. It's all about the fucking finesse, bro. You just gotta bleed them out. You gotta be smarter than the fucking saber-tooth king or the night scalper. I think I should get a Theory Hunter now, though, now that I have a saddle. There's another Saber King growling near me. Damn, dude, these Saber-tooth Kings take a long time to tame. 530 Thyla. Ugh. I can't believe I got a fucking... I can't believe I just got all that shit. What a fucking crazy kill. It is the day of saber-tooth kings. I think that's a baby one over there. Why are you running? He's a... he's a scaredy cat. That's funny. I'm funny. Okay, so since I got that polar bear saddle, I asked him if it's basically the same as the grizzly. He said they're pretty different. He said a 250 battle mount saddle blueprint for one of the strongest tames with the highest rarity saddles in the game. That's what I got. Ascendant. But he said the grizzly has the quick claw attack as its main ability and the rage ability, the bleed from the bite, and is a fast swimmer. If this is a fast swimmer, I'm terrified of what a slow swimmer is. He says the large polar bear does a charge attack that doesn't stop when you hit. I'm not sure what that means. I wonder how you tame the wyvern. Normally there's wyvern like nests, but I bet you just knock them out on here. Uranus training saddle. Oh! Oh! 500% precision crossbow. My current one is fucking 395. That's a huge upgrade. God damn. That's why you gotta kill the Saber Kings right there, bro. That's what
dropped it. They always will. They aggro the bears for some reason. Whoa, what was that icon? What is that? I don't know what that is. Yes! Karkaro Hunter Training Saddle. Shit is going well today. It wasn't even a saddle BP I got. I just got the saddle itself. Let's fucking go. That's exciting. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. I don't know what that ability is at the bottom. I know they have like a bloodlust to where the more kills you get with it in succession, the more damage you do. And you also run a lot faster. Ready? Look at the running speed. Oh my god. And the damage is going up. 1681, 1706, 1800, 80,000. Oh my god, these things are insane. I thought that was an ascendant grizzly saddle. I was about to cry. Why is this Chalico up my ass? That's good. Oh, saber-tooth king armor. The helmet or whatever. Okay, that guy hits hard too. Other than that. Yeet! What? I poofed him out of existence. He disappeared! What is happening? Dude, why do I heal so fast? That's ridiculous. The problem is he doesn't have bleed, so he literally has to base tank everything. I could just be on the bear and have this guy follow me. I wonder how good he is at traversing. He also doesn't have the knockback that the bear has, so he can't stun lock things. You're just 1v1ing everything you fight. And some of the shit up here does insane damage. I need to check the fall damage. Okay, yeah, fall damage hurts. Yeah, he's hitting me for 7k. This is not good. I could lose this thing to this. Because he hits me for like so much of my... He hit me for 14k. This is bad. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose this saber. I mean, not saber, this Karka. I don't know why when I hit things with my tail they disappear. I'm so gonna lose this. Oh! Oh no. Oh, I'm dead. That's really unfortunate. I don't even care that much, to be honest.
I think I was having a psychotic break when I said that. I don't even care that much. I just lost probably my strongest tame.
I am super far from my base. Oi, dickhead. Get off my clip. It's my saddle. I don't have a saddle, that's why. The saddle makes... Whoa.
Hello, motherfucker.
Just Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because of a fucking vulture. I'm dead. God damn it, dude. Fucking vultures. Vultures are what killed me. I have sleeping bags here. I think my Sino is still alive. Let me go grab my saddle. Man, if I can save that Sino, that would be crazy. He's been through a lot, and he's got an Ascendant helmet on. It is. If I had the armor, it would be way better. Carcaro Hunter saddle. It's cool that I got a training saddle, though, because I can use it to level them up. I'm actually going to put this saddle on the Saber King. Is my Sino alive? Aw. I'm gonna put my shit on this and then kill myself and respawn at base and come back with the grizzly. It's a lesson for anyone watching. Do not go in the Arctic with no saddle. You will die. Any dino, literally any dino. My poor Sino, he fucking went through so much with me. Stop doing this, I fucking hate that. Yeah, there's a fuck. Anyway, the Carca Hunter was pretty low level, like relatively low. I think it was 400. Crazy, dude. He be 14,000. Oh. He's right there. No, he's dead. He was just there. It was his angel. It was his ghost. He was bidding me farewell. Dude, they're just throwing snowballs at me. They look like snowballs. Hey, you little fucker. Seriously? Fucking bro. Come here, you little shit. Oh, he's only 370. Okay, why not? I have a saber-tooth king. Wait. His fucking stats got nerfed. His health got nerfed. He had 160k. Aw. Alright. Look at that. Look at that! Yo! That's fucking dope. One thing you have to know though is that it doesn't cryopod. No, the saber-tooth can cryopod, but the helmet doesn't. You have to take it off of 140. Gross. Oh no. Oh no! Oh! Micro raptors, bro. Alright, I'm about to like... I'm gonna find a goddamn saber saddle. Whether this game likes it or not. I'm never getting a saddle. More mammoths. So, okay. Oh! That's big health. How much health was that? Hello, mate. Weak. I don't know. I don't really want to find out, to be honest. I'm worried they might be able to grab me off.
It says that? Interesting. Another Ascendant Riot Shield.
I was maybe gonna try to find a polar bear to tame since I got that really nice saddle, but I don't think I ever found one.
What is that? Dude, that's a Night Stalker. I'm killing that. That dude has almost 400k health. And I'm gonna kill him like the bitch he is. Look how stupid and dumb he is at daytime. Stupid dumb idiot. Imagine being so fucking stupid. These things are a joke during the day.
You can't fish. You don't know how to fish. You don't even wear the right kind of clothes. You got damn stupid shoes on anyway. Where'd you get them ugly breeches?
I live here now. Oh, fucking effing Scar! Ancient Gigantopithecus taming collar. I think it functions like a saddle. And then this is used. It's a bone from a Night Stalker. This bone was removed from the corpse of the infamous Night Stalker. It is used in the crafting of very rare items and for summoning a world boss. Sounds like nightmare fuel. Holy shit, this portable thing is fucking slow. It's that good meat. Oh, hello there. You Tyrannus reinforced saddle? Let's fucking go. Yeah. Oh, hello. 420 female. Do I tame it? Dude, I can't. It's 11:30. I'll be up till fucking 4 a.m. Okay, I need a saddle anyway. I can't ride it without a saddle anyway. That is a battle mount platform Bronto saddle. What the hell? That thing should weigh 9,000 pounds. Let's try our luck with the Yeti. I gotta see for science. Should be able to take one. Come on, roar at me. I need to see it. Okay, we're still good. Could have missed, I don't know. Oh, that was easy. I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh!
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
Like, oh my god, I got it. I fucking got it. Holy shit, I've been looking for that thing for forever. under here. Oh no, I found him. I don't believe he'll attack me until I attack him first. Let me try to clear all these trees. Oh my god, he's fucking huge. Okay. Okay, alright, here we go. Let me clear a battlefield area. I'm gonna try to bring him to me. Gotta get everyone ready. Okay, you. Drop all that shit. You take this. You take that. You take this. You eat this. And here we go. Let me get everyone fully courage roared. Oh, why is it not working on the Deinonychus? Maybe that doesn't work? I don't know. Don't attack me, don't attack me. Oh, I got dismounted. I got dismounted. Come on. I don't see a health bar or anything. Come on, courage roar. I can see the... Oh yeah, he's hurting me. He's just doing like magical AoE damage, I think. That's a fucking wyvern. Oh, I forgot to make beds. Oh no. Looks like the Yudi is dead. Deinonychus died. I expected that. I forgot to check his health. He's got 600k health. I'm gonna die to these wyvern things. Come on, keep going, boys. Come on, keep going, boys. We can do it. I can do it. I need to get on the creature. No!
Why am I still seeing damage numbers? Maybe they killed it? Did you kill it? Oh my god, the grizzly has no health. Psych. I think they killed it. Oh my... No, 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 no. No, we're way too weak to be fucking around. Dude, I did it! I fucking did it! Let's go! What is that? What are all these? Why do I have... Why do I have a million Rex bone helmets? I can't believe we actually succeeded. I can't believe we succeeded. Hunger brew. Blueprint. This terrible tasting brew makes you very hungry. Oh, wow.
Look at what this says. You can feed this to an unconscious dino, and it makes it hungrier. So basically, this makes things tame faster.
Desmodus. Dude, look at this Desmodus saddle. What is this? Cocooned creature appearance. I don't remember what that is. Damn, he got 3 levels. Bro, he almost died. Fucking Carnage Tyrant lived too. What an absolute monster. Dude, Carnage Tyrant is seriously the fucking MVP of these 100 days. The Deinonychus is an unfortunate loss, but I didn't really invest a whole lot of time into him. But Carnage Tyrant, man, I think he had 800 health. What a fucking monster. What a fucking monster, dude. Oh, I can't believe we won. I really thought we were fucked. I didn't even check his health. That was a rookie mistake. I don't know what this is, but I'm very curious to see. I believe it's like another harder version of him. And if I hatch it, it will, you know, let me fight him again. But I might be wrong. Holy shit. Holy shit. Both of my absolute best tames almost died. I think this guy had less than like 10k health. I think he had 6 or 4k health. Oh my god, we fucking did it. We fucking did it. Let's go. I don't even care that I died. Holy shit, let's fucking go. I really thought we were so screwed. But my tames are the fucking best tames. And nobody will ever say otherwise. He said that they fought it with 4 allos that were well raised and had good stats and good saddles, and 2 mate boosted grizzlies, and the allos were mate boosted. I had no mate boost. I had 1 Deinonychus, no mate boost, 1 saber-tooth, no mate boost, 1 grizzly. What a fucking disgusting team. I don't think I would have I don't think my I don't think my tames would have lived if I hadn't shot him with the shotgun, though. I believe that was probably the deciding factor on whether my tames lived, especially Carnage Tyrant. He had less than 1,000 health. That means, I believe that means he was 1 hit away from dying from him. What the hell? What the fuck is this? Oh no. Why in the hell is there a 240 Rex here, man? That's wild. Well, there goes the fucking unicorn.
For no reason whatsoever. Okay, look at this saddle, man. 75% increased damage. Oh, it's tier 2. What the fuck does that even mean? 765 armor. 30% armor rating. 10% movement speed. I guess I really do need to get a Desmodus. Heavy assault saddle, tier 2. This is the same one, except it just has way worse armor. Oh, he said it. He said this. He said I hatched this. Oh, no fucking shot. I mean, I knew obviously I hatched it, but like, I thought maybe it would hatch into one of the bosses and I could fight it again. Oh, yeah. 12 hours, fuck off. Hatch egg. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, it's an ancient Deinonychus. Fuck yeah. Or Deinonychus. It's a Deinosuchus. It's level 404, dude. Holy shit, man. I gotta see what this can do. I don't plan on playing on this playthrough again after I finish the 100 days. I will do another 100, well, maybe not 100 days, but I'll be playing this mod again 100% sure, on camera and stuff. Maybe just not 100 days format, but I don't mind cheating now because I just want to show a little bit more of the mod before the video is over. So let's see what this thing can do. Let's go grow, raise. What's the fucking command? I'm pretty sure there's a command. Oh, by the way, let me save the game. Set baby age. Okay. That's a big boy right there. We gotta see what the gigabyte does. Look how slow he is. He looks like a fat lizard. Let's see. Health. How do I heal? I think it's infinite stats. Infinite. Yeah. Yeah, this is just for a little bit of showcase, really. I wouldn't do this obviously if I continued to play. Let's just go see what kind of damage this guy can do without... Oh, his biting is slow. We gotta see the gigabyte though, right? Okay, so 1,000. Let's see the gigabyte. Here we go. Yes, sir. 22k. Oh my god. And you can, by the way, tame these. I did kill 2 of them, I think, during this playthrough. But it was like really late in the playthrough and I was like way past the swamp. They only spawn in the swamp. And you can tame these and like level them and everything. So all of the ancients, so there's like ancient Capros, ancient Carcinos. You can tame all of that. The only thing you can't tame is alphas still. But yeah, man, this fucking mod is awesome. This is the best mod. This is the best mod in Ark, and it's not even close. It's not even close, man. Dude. Okay, I guess this guy just stays down here. Holy shit. They said that the cocoon that I just hatched can be all kinds of things. It's rare. I got pretty lucky with it. I really fucking... Man, I found so many Desmodus saddles and I never even tamed one. I feel like I have to now with that saddle. That saddle is ridiculous. But yeah, on my next playthrough that I do, whether it's 100 days or whatever it is, I'll be going much slower. and really taking time to show more of each biome instead of, you know, I kind of powered through everything. Once I got the grizzly, I basically just I skipped the mountains pretty much altogether and just went into the Arctic because I was trying to prepare for some sort of in-game. I didn't know what at the time, but I think that boss is a great ending. And it was fucking close. Oh man, what a fucking day. What a game. How much time we got left? Nope. Nope. Holy shit, man. Even with this dog shit saddle and, you know, this one is okay. These don't actually get that strong. We got an Arachnus claw. Another fucking mountain saber-tooth saddle, bro. I swear to God. Spider limb. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. That was awesome. That was a great ending. Next time I play this, I will probably have the 100 or the daytime counter slower. Right now it's on like 6.2 or whatever because I was watching like other 100 days and that's what people play on the island. But this mod is, you know, different. You can't just you cannot just rush through it. I guess you can, but that's not really entertaining to watch. So, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. What a fucking way to end. I want to, trying to think of something I can do. But like, going in, let's just walk through all the creatures. I didn't play with this saber-tooth much, but he probably has, I think he has the best saddle that I own. 150 armor. Yeah. Didn't get to play with him much. We're gonna name him Diego real quick. With a lowercase d. And then the MVP. The actual MVP, man. Carnage Tyrant was a hard carry. All the way through. I'm so glad he didn't die. What a beast. And that saddle's not even that good. We got Abigail, my first saber-tooth, Arctic Saber King. Actually, my first saber-tooth king, I think. Actually, yeah, this is my first one that I knocked out. Good old Pteranodon. This Pteranodon, we used him a little bit. Not too much. Good old Gandalf. We didn't even... I tamed Gandalf and just went straight back to the grizzlies because I just didn't want to... I didn't want to reverse back in progress that far. It took forever to find the Deinonychus. Never did get a good saddle or blueprint for them, so we didn't get to use them a whole lot. Plus, they were super glitchy. This guy's brand new. We're gonna call him something. Let's call him Chomp. Chop, okay, Chop. I can't spell Chop, apparently. This guy is my hardest hitting dino for whatever reason. When he throws a boulder, it does almost 30k, so there's that. This one we never even got to do anything with. It's got 0.1 experience. I think I claimed that one as a baby. And we got Joan up here. Joan is an absolute monster too. Second in command. For sure. Definitely another hard carry. These are my two beasts right here. God, I love that helmet armor. That's really cool. It doesn't fit perfectly, but you know, it's fine. It's fair enough. It'd be cool if they had one for the grizzly. Plus he has more of a round head, so it'd probably fit a little better. We got this mountain allo that we never even did anything with. I was a little disappointed by the damage. Only 8% per level too, that's pretty sad. We got this super cool Doed that we never used really, only once. Onzus, those are alright. They would be a lot more useful in a slower paced video or series. A lot more useful. We got this doed, which is pretty cool looking compared to beans over there. The good old Arctic elk that runs goofy with how slow it runs. It's just like the Dinosuchus. It looks like it should be running faster, but it isn't. I don't even remember taming this. But he's 100% certified good boy. We got Kair. I believe this is the original grizzly I tamed. The 290, I think it was, that I used for a very long time. 1000% melee damage on him. I love their fangs. Look at those. That's the unicorn horn asset, I believe. Making our way around the metal. That's a Tenacious D song, if you didn't know. Large mountain ankylo. Never really used this much because didn't have time to really go get metal. Didn't need it a whole lot. The Dillo hunters that I don't remember taming. I think I raised them actually. Yeah. And then we got all the way the OG collector here. Steel the mantis. And Heather the trike. This is our oldest tame that we have. Everything else I think has died. I believe. Maybe a pteranodon is older. No, I think, yeah, Heather is definitely our oldest tame. Got her on like day 4 actually. Yeah, with this saddle, I was just editing that part of the video today actually. I'm a little behind on editing. I really wanted to finish the game today. And then of course we have the fabled underground Onzu. By the way, there's something you can make. You can get things out of the ground with this rescue rope. It's just another nice thing that they added to this mod. And of course we got the base. It's not the coolest base in the world, but I like open bases. Like this is very functional and I think it looks cool. It's super basic, but I didn't have extra days to be screwing around with building. I don't know, I feel like I should donate all of this kibble. Look at all that kibble, dude. That is feels illegal to get rid of it. Does this tell me how many times I died? Guess not. It's day 101. I guess that's all, folks. What a series. What a video, man. It's gonna take me probably 2 months to edit it all, but that's okay. This is probably the most fun playthrough I've ever had in this game. I think it's safe to say that. And I rushed through it too. My next one will be a lot slower, so I'll get to do more and experience more, because there's still a lot of stuff in here that I just skipped over because of the speed. You know, we got meat spoiling box, meat cooler berry container, Tinto berry. You know, we got all the jams. I love that about this mod. The learning kibble. This stuff will help you, you know, your dinos will level up faster, and it lasts a pretty long time. The sharpening wheel, I never even made this. This makes your tools and weapons sharper, making them do more damage and get more resources, I believe. What else we got? Egg nests, of course. Those are cool. More jam. Unloading rack. I never really knew what this did. It's an early access thing, but you can use the unloading rack to equip a backpack for hauling and sorting cargo around your base. Oh wow. So it's basically like a temporary
weight boost for 3 minutes. It's basically what it is. That's actually really fucking cool. I don't know why I never... Oh yeah, it's because it's early access. I already said that. That's cool. We got the crossbow repeater. That's a cool thing they added. Compound bow is a lot more used in this playthrough, in this mod. I never could get a fucking better saber-tooth saddle, man. That was so irritating. I looked for, I think, like 20 days for one. That was like the whole last quarter of the playthrough is looking for a saber-tooth king saddle for that boss that we won against anyway. It's unfortunate that he died whenever I wasn't there, but I don't even care. We killed it. We fucking did that shit. We got obsidian paste, new resources, of course. I think my absolute favorite thing about this mod is the looting. Like, it changes the game from being a grindy game by collecting resources to being a grindy game by killing things, and that's a lot more interesting. And it's got more RNG in it. Obviously, the RNG hates me, but it would have been really cool to make something, make a polar bear saddle out of that blueprint I got. It was a really nice blueprint. Well, I don't know if it was or not now that I'm comparing it to this. I don't even know what a tier 2 blueprint is. I don't know how many tiers there are, but if that's tier 2, I can only imagine the tier 3. Good old precision crossbow doing all the torpor. Man, I can't believe this. I can't believe we did it. It's fucking done. It's fucking done. Well, I guess that's it from me. Now back to editing, Sagan. We fucking did it!